Hello everyone, this is Steve O'Reilly with SkinnyPost.com, and I am joined today with Mr. Amobi Okoye of the Houston Texans. How you doing today, big man? Nice to have you on the website.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
My pleasure.
Doing good.
Great to have you. Let's jump right in and start talking about some of your foundation work. There's a lot of programs that you are personally involved with, and just kind of want to go over some of those things, how you got started, and how you can be so active in the community with all the different charities and programs you're in, and yet still maintain a professional regimen of football and nutrition and weight training and everything else. How do you juggle that schedule? And let's talk about the foundation first, though.
All right. I started the foundation in 2007 as soon as I got drafted. Actually, before I got drafted, I was already thinking about it, and part of the reason was my goal was to become a pediatrician. And NFL came calling, so that was a good deal. But the foundation is a way of me still doing that. And when I was signing my deal with Nike, we talked about doing grassroots back to my high school and also back to my home of Nigeria. And that's how it all started building up. And I got to Houston, and during my bye week, I started the first program, Tackle Hunger and Kickoff for Kids, and pretty much the foundation is for what we strive for, and what we try to promote is education, and we try to use athletics to promote education. And our mission statement is providing hope to kids and communities here in the U.S. and across the globe in Africa. And so after I started Kickoff for Kids and Tackle Hunger, I started KATE, Changing Africa Through Education, and that's the international arm of the foundation.
Very nice. One of the things that pops out anytime that anyone speaks of you, to me anyway, is education. I mean, you're a young man who went through school very rapidly. You were in the NFL at the age of 19 years old, and obviously that speaks volumes in and of itself. How important was education in your life, keeping you on the path that you wanted to achieve and eventually get, down the road into college to go and do the football things, but you used education as that vehicle, right?
Definitely. I have to commend my parents and my family for the education aspect. They always, beat education, and how important it was. And so I always wanted to just excel in academics, just to make them proud, and so that's pretty much how I started. I was driven educationally, academically, and so the NFL came. And before the NFL came, I started playing football because my parents wanted me to start getting active. And one of my best friends to today and my coach challenged me to come out there, and so I went out there and started playing and loved it. And from there, I found out I could get a scholarship, help my parents out. I went to the college, and my sophomore year, I was watching a lot more NFL and felt that I could be in the NFL and I could play in the NFL. And that's when I started, I guess working a lot more towards getting into the NFL and making that balance between education and athletics. So I decided to switch my major from psychology to from biology to psychology, so I can graduate in time and be able to focus on giving myself an opportunity in the NFL. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I get my education always bounced back on. I can go back to med school with my psychology degree, and that's how and there's a story about how just education and academics has always been big to me.
Absolutely, and kudos to you for doing it and getting into college at the age of 16, and to getting through school and graduating so fast. And those are the kind of stories that more kids and young adults need to hear, that this is a path to success. This is a path to not only financial success, but obviously fame and everything that comes along with it. And I know that obviously being an NFL athlete has helped promote that, but you used education as that vehicle. So kudos to you for that. It's really commendable.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, and that's what I just try to tell kids through my foundation, through my programs. And with Kickoff for Kids is a series of youth motivating programs. Like we have the camp, And we have Movies and Motivation, which is coming up here in Louisville, Kentucky, where I went to school. And I try to take a bunch of at least 200 kids, middle school and elementary school kids, to the movies. Majority of them are elementary school. But take them to the movies, watch a movie with them, interact with them, and also give them some words just to keep them on the right track. Because our definition of an at-risk kid and the definition of an at-risk kid is any child. It could be your child, it could be mine. Any kid is at risk, and just needs that driving force to kind of keep them in the right path. And the lessons and motivations they get from me is different than what they get from their family and their parents. And just I'm speaking out of experience because I know the things I learned from my dad and my family. Well, my mom was always great. That was good. They're my heroes to today. But it's just another way a coach, an athlete, somebody that is kind of almost closer in age to you, but still very much respectable, can motivate you. And so that's what my Kickoff for Kids program here in America with Houston, Texas, Huntsville, Alabama, and Louisville, Kentucky try to do. And we give out scholarships also every year. And the recipients of these scholarships get an opportunity to write an essay on Africa's global influence on the economy in the category of sports and athletes. And the person with the best written paper gets to accompany me on my international arm of the foundation, which is CAKE, Changing Africa Through Education. And so they get to accompany me to Africa, where they can go and just get some culture, get some more understanding about about the subject they just wrote. They just wrote an essay about. They actually get to go down there and be a part of it and be a part of the things we're doing with our Changing Africa Through Education program.
That's fantastic. Again, kudos to you. Keep up the great work. It really means a lot to people, that you might not even know you're influencing. People that may see this interview that have never watched you before or heard of you before, and now all of a sudden, they're going to change the way they look at certain things, and obviously the way that certain athletes make a difference. So, again, congratulations. Keep it up. We're proud of you, honestly. Let's talk a little football.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump right in. You guys are making a switch defensively. And,
right.
As a three-technique defensive tackle, now you've got some options. Are you going to slide out to 5-technique, or are you going to go to the buffet table and put on about 35 more pounds and play that nose? What are you thinking?
Right. Those options are what kind of the lockout is hurting right now, because without the lockout, we'll be able to at least test me in these positions and get to see which one is the best, is a good fit for me. I spoke with Wade Phillips, our defensive coordinator, and in speaking with him, he just kept on telling me that it's not about how the defense fits. It's not about how you fit to the defense, but how the defense fits you. And that's his theme. That's what he abides by. And so, it's all a toss up. As soon as the CBA gets done, we're gonna see what direction my future holds, and as far as what I'm going to be playing here with the Houston Texans.
Do you have a preference?
Not really. I've played the nose in college. I've played it a little bit in the NFL. I just want to be successful, man. I just want to be successful. I want my team to be successful, and those are the things that I think I know I strive for. So whatever it is that I can do to make my team a successful team and reach our goals, so to become a playoff team, I'm willing to do.
Absolutely. Now let's talk a little bit about the draft. Every NFL player I've ever talked to, I always ask them, what do you guys think you're going to do in the draft? And every NFL player says the same thing. I have no idea. They don't talk to us. I don't know, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not going to walk you into that question because I know what the answer will be. If you had your druthers, if it was up to you, if you were in the war room, do you have any idea who you would take? Have you even been paying attention to some of the guys out there? Do you think you know what you guys would do in what situation? Or, I mean, tell me what your draft plans look like if you had to make them. Dude,
man, frankly, I really don't know. with our team, we struggled in the secondary position last year, and being that we let go of both our safeties, and we still have we have both corners coming back, it would only make sense to get a safety, in the first round, so you can make up for the losses that we let go.
Well, I'll make a quick prediction. I think you're going to get yourself an outside linebacker, somebody who can rush the passer. I think Cushing moves to inside linebacker, and you guys have one dynamic core of linebackers playing behind a three-man front that will be pretty intimidating as well with some of the studs you guys have on that defense. Because there's a lot of first-round picks that are on that defense and a lot of second-round picks and some linebackers. So, you guys, with your offense and the defense coming around, I know Wade Phillips has got some talent. So do you feel like you're close? Do you guys feel as a group of players, as a in the locker room and your friends, do you feel like you're just a few players away from making a playoff run with the way your offense can score points?
Man, we don't only feel like we're only a few players. We also feel like we're only a few plays. I think our season last year was kind of cursed, man. We lost a lot of games that I've never seen, any team lose in such a manner before. And I think necessarily getting a player won't necessarily, solve that curse, but you never know. It could. So I'm just ready for the season and ready to play some football.
You're ready to get out there and start getting at it, I can tell.
Right.
Good for you. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to come and talk to us today. We want to wish you the best of luck going forward with your foundation work. Obviously, very impressive what you've done throughout your career and your education and everything that you've done in the community, not only locally but also internationally, and obviously your success on the football field. And thinking of the fact that you're still, 23, 24 years old, and you've been in the league for 4 years, I mean, you still have a ton of growth and ability to grow in the NFL and just become a superstar, and we wish you the best of luck in that development.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. And lastly, I just want to tell those people out there who get to see this interview and feel like they want to help out and be a part of the things that I'm doing. Easy way would just to go to my foundation website, the Amobi Okoye Foundation.org. My name, Amobi Okoye Foundation.org, and you can find out everything you need to find out on that website and contact us in ways that you can help: volunteering, monetary donation, providing contacts anyway, because I have a lot of goals with what I want to do off the field, but I can't do it on my own.
Absolutely. Help them out, everybody. Again, I'm Steve O'Reilly, and that's Amobi Okoye, the Houston Texans, and this is SkinnyPost.com. We're giving you the skinny 24/7.